good. I'm ready, Miss Mack.
Okay. Case number SP 123-15681 for Dewan Martez Anderson, scheduled for a trial. And the charge is firearms ordinance.
All right, thank you. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the prosecutor.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please the Honorable Court. This is Matthew Rosenthal for the people, P84807.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Daphne Bradfield, P70578, on behalf of Mr. Anderson. State your name for the record, sir.
Dewan Martez Anderson.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Anderson.
Hey,
Hey. All right, this matter is, I have an officer that's on. Officer, are you on Mr. Anderson's matter?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. Officer Ibrahim, badge number 1115.
All right, thank you, and good afternoon to you, officer.
Good afternoon to you too, Your Honor.
All right, how are we proceeding today? This matter is scheduled for trial, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to speak with Officer Ibrahim, and after, the brief conversation that we had, I'm moving to dismiss this count. Given the circumstances, Your Honor, and then even the defendant here, he did call the police, and it was more or less of a self-defense rather than a discharge. He also had, when the officers did show, his gun was correctly positioned and was separated from, he wasn't carrying it concealed, he doesn't have a CPL, but it was actually the ammunition and the gun were both far away and in a safe position. So I'm moving to dismiss this count because this was more of a self-defense rather than the firearms ordinance, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Then I am going to dismiss this matter without prejudice. Anything else for my consideration as to Mr. Anderson?
No, Your Honor, I would just like to, next time, Mr. Anderson, when this does happen, and I understand it's your backyard, just make sure to stay in your house, give the police a call, because when it comes to being outside of your home discharging a gun, it can be dangerous. I do understand that you were acting in self-defense and you were obviously frightened given the circumstances and situation, which you have every right to be. But, unless it's inside the house, really just make sure you and your family are safe inside the house and call the cops is the best route to go.
okay. I will. Thank you guys a lot.
All right,
Absolutely.
thank you, Mr. Anderson. Take care. And thank you, Officer
Okay.
Ibrahim.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
officer.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Are we ready on? Do we have any other matters that we're ready on?
Doesn't look like we have anything, Your Honor. We did have, I believe we have, there's a review for accosting, soliciting for Mr. Nasser Ahmed, and we also have an arraignment and a hearing for Hussein Aoud, and it doesn't see that neither individual showed up, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Mack, let's call thank you, counsel. Miss Mack, let's call the remainder of the docket and tell me what's going on ROA wise.
Okay. So for Nasir Ahmed, case number C 4287152 is scheduled for a review. He did make a payment, but it looks like there's some other things that needs to be done. Like he was, a plea was taken back on October the 27th of 21. And it is under HIDA. He had to pay money, and there was some other stipulations, 40 hours community service, must attend John School, take HIV testing. I don't have any information. I tried to call probation. I didn't get an answer.
All right, but did I have him down for a review today just to pay money?
Let me see. Hold on. So it looks like he was scheduled, he was supposed to come before March the 21st, and he was scheduled on April the 4th. He was scheduled April the 4th for an arraignment on the bench warrant, and then I think on that date is when he got a review date for today, but it doesn't say to just pay money.
Oh, okay. So then, Ms. Bradfield, he's not shown up today. And so let me have the people's motion.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please the court, Matthew Rosenthal, P84807, for the people. We move at this time, Your Honor. Today was the date for review. We move to issue a capias for not showing up today for the review. With your discretion, Your Honor.
Right, thank you. In response, Ms. Bradfield?
Your Honor, I do not know the whereabouts of my client. We ask that a bond that you deem reasonable and fair.
All right, thank you. I am going to issue a capias. That bond is going to be set at $100 cash or surety. And hopefully, he will come back in. What I will tell you is that if he does not comply, I'm going to reinstate those charges. And so let's hope he comes back. Let's just hope that he does.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. Ms. Mack, you may call the next matter on my docket.
Okay.
The officer is still here, these files already. Oh, he is still here. Okay. I didn't see him. Okay. All right, these are capias, and this is the Mr. Anderson. Yeah. All right, very good. Thank you, officer. All right, what do I have next, Ms. Mack?
It is, case number SP 1247371 and 2 for Hussein Aoud. Count 2 is scheduled for an arraignment for no insurance misdemeanor, and count 1 is scheduled for a hearing, civil infraction, unsafe manner.
All right, he has not appeared. Therefore, a show cause will be scheduled for the matter that was scheduled for arraignment today, and the civil infraction will go into default. All right, do I have any more individuals on my docket?
No, that is all, Judge.
That's everything? All right, thank
Yes,
you
ma'am.
all so much for getting everything together for the afternoon.